Hello, everybody. Wow, that was a wonderful play. I am honored to be here to just share and hopefully invite you to be curious when you go into the conversations here in a little bit. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am. So I'm the CEO and founder of Her Wellness Center. Her Wellness Center stands for Healing Intergenerational Roots. And what we do is we provide free mental health services to our indigenous communities here in Milwaukee and our underserved communities. In doing that, I don't know if you are familiar, but our Native community, we have the largest population of Native people, that is Native American people, living here in Milwaukee than we do anywhere else in the state of Wisconsin. In fact, we have 12 tribes, 11 federally recognized, and then the Brotherton tribe as well. I myself identify as indigenous. I'm Hawaiian and Pacific Islander, and my family is also Oneida and Ojibwe. So aloha, everybody. The reason why I'm honored to be up here is because as lighthearted as this was intended to be, we all know that this is connected to much deeper pain. Something that many of us in this room can connect with and understand, somehow have been impacted by. See, I'm also an indigenous researcher, and one of the things that I study is the social epidemiological impact of historical trauma as intergenerational trauma, and something that's known as transgenerational trauma. And let me tell you what that is. That's the spirit of pain. And so something that I want us to be able to capture here is understanding that pain travels through the family until somebody is ready to feel it, until somebody is ready to heal it. And the only way we can feel and heal it, well, we have wonderful techniques. Some of those are stories from our elders. Others is being able to reenact what we feel so that we can release and discharge the pain. I don't have much more time up here with you because you need to go into the other room. But what I want to leave is, in the studies that I do, I work with women who have been impacted by domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking. And so I know a little bit of something about silent voices, voices that have been silent. And in that silence that they have, so often they live with the pain that brings them to the end. So I want to honor his mother's voice, because through this entire play, her voice was silenced. And that's my perspective. But I understand as a mother myself that when we look at pain and how it carries and how we continue to leave, one of the loudest statements that I felt she made was the deafening silence of the emptiness on the pad of that paper at the end. Understand that depression, it impacts so many. And we have a hard time being able to identify how we can be helped. Often, what it's connected to is relational health. Relational health, so you have relational health and relational poverty. And relational health, see, that's that thing where we can all have about 100 people that we consider friends on Facebook, but we don't have one to sit with us for tea. That's relational health. So often, the people who suffer the most suffer in silence. And so I leave you with that. How do we begin to activate our healing? How do we begin to hold space for others? How do we begin to help others release their pain? It's difficult to do when we too are carrying as much as we do every day. My grandfather, and I'll leave on this note. See, he told me something as a child. I didn't realize he was actually healing me as a young person. It wasn't until I was later in my years, I'm not that old, I understand, but I do have an 11-year-old and a 5-year-old. But it wasn't until I was a little bit older that I realized that his teachings were meant to heal my spirit. And I'll tell you what he said. He said to me, Leah, you've heard of the word aloha, right? I think all of us here have heard of the word aloha. And he said, let me tell you what that means. He said, sweetie, come here and sit next to me. See, aloha, alo means living, and ha means breath. So as I breathe into you, you breathe into me. And it is this exchange that is aloha. So may you all give each other some good aloha today, and good aloha to those who are your relatives when you leave here. And know that you represent your ancestors as you sit here today. Mahalo nui loa.